Get ready to enter the Thrive Time Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get.
Step number 5, understanding the search engine optimization formula. So I know that there's a lot of Thrivers. They're saying, well, what specifically goes into the algorithm? They hear this new penguin update or the algorithm.
The hummingbird.
The hummingbird update. So what specifically is the
panda?
What specifically goes into the formula that Google uses to rank the websites that are on Google?
Okay, first off, I want to say something that's going to offend anybody who's on our website, who's a competitor of ours, who tries to watch our content occasionally and then go, well, they're too simple over there at Thrive 15. I like to just talking to you, buddy. Here we go. I think that William Shakespeare is sort of a guy we look up to. He's written some famous plays and things like that. He has this quote. He says that brevity is the soul of wit. Brevity. So Steve Jobs says that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So what I'm saying is we're going to tell you this as quickly as possible to get it down into your core quickly. And if you want to ask us more questions about it, it's fine. But I'm going to just give you one example you got to get. Who has a smartphone with them? I know we have our phones turned off. Do you have a smartphone with you? You have a smartphone with you, Marshall? Okay. So that's your smartphone. So the thing about it, how many people are going, I don't quite know how it works, so I question whether I should use it or not. If you're that person, you're not going to like what I'm going to say now. If you're that person who's like, I have to know how it works, technologically speaking, before I can use it, you're not going to have a lot of fun with this training. But if you're somebody who goes, I really don't care how it works. I just know that I call and then people answer and I send a Facebook message, I send a tweet and I do whatever. Boom. That's fine. So we're going to give you the very simplified version here. Okay. So here's the equation. Okay. The formula is this. The person with the most, work with me now, the person with the most high quality HTML content, the person with the most text, okay? The person with the most high quality, so it's the most amount of content, HTML content, plus the most high quality backlinks. That's a site that links to you. So the person with the most content plus the most backlinks plus the most Google compliant website layout. What does that mean, Google compliant? We'll teach you, but the person with the most content and the most backlinks and the most what? Google compliant website is going to be top of Google. Now wait, you also want to make it the most friendly, the most mobile friendly. Why? Because people are using mobile devices. So let's try it again because the equation changed recently because there's mobile. Someone goes, Google's always changing. It's too hard to understand. No, it's not. Google is just, they're going, hey, people are using smartphones, therefore we should probably do well at that. So here we go again. It's the person with the most what? Content and the most what? Plus the most high quality backlinks plus the most what? Google friendly website plus the what? Most mobile friendly website. That is who comes up top in Google. That's how it works, okay? So I just want to make sure we're getting this. Thrivers, we're going to teach you all the details about this, but I don't want you to overcomplicate this because you're talking to some web guy right now. He's talking in your ear. You're reading. You know what I'm saying. You had a bottle of wine last night and you're on there looking up like these search engine blogs. And there's some guy who's, living with his mom in a van down by the river. It's kind of a weird arrangement, but he's in there, and he's just writing content, and he's confusing you. He's telling you the algorithm is too tricky, it's too hard to understand. Your mind possibly, couldn't possibly grasp it. Stu, I know you've been reading the new Search Engine for Dummies book,
yes,
by Bruce Clay.
Yep, good book.
Do you feel like most people can grasp some of these concepts, or is it just way too hard to understand?
There is a lot of technical behind it, but if you think about what the customer wants and what they're looking for and always come back to that, you're going to win.
Absolutely. Now, I'm telling you, we're going to teach you specifically how to do this, okay? Now, the second thing is you have to ask yourself, what is HTML, text, and content? So real quick, I'm going to ask you this, Devin. When you talk about HTML text, or content on someone's website, You've been working with us for a while here. You've seen some sites that are beautifully designed with no words. and you've seen a lot of sites with a lot of words. How much have you seen the amount of words, just the amount of words affect the overall search results?
It affects it a lot. The less text that you have on your site, the less that Google can actually index. So
index means they basically this thing called a bot. It's a bot, and a bot crawls the internet like a spider. It crawls the internet all night looking for stuff all day. Crawling. For some reason, a spider does that in my mind. That's what it sounds like. So let's do an example of what we're talking about, just so we can kind of. I don't want to get too esoteric here, okay? But let's go ahead and do a search here for. Let's go back to Tulsa basketball camps. Let's kind of stay on that one. Tulsa basketball camps. So we search for Tulsa basketball camps, and when we do, what's going to happen is Google is going to crawl. These bots are crawling. They're crawling around here. Okay. And then they're going to look for HTML content. So let's pull up a new tab and let's look for the word HTML content, just so that with the Thrivers we understand. I don't want anybody to go, what does this mean? Type in a definition after it. So HTML content definition. And again, if I make this complicated, that's because I'm a bad teacher. Okay. So yeah, HTML definition. Do HTML definition. We're going to figure it out here. So there we go. Oh, there it is. Okay. So kind of zoom in on that beast. Okay. HTML is hypertext markup language. What does that mean? It doesn't matter. It's a standardized system for tagging text files to achieve font, color, graphics. So I'm going to show you what HTML is real quick, okay? So we're going back to our basketball guy. And we click. This is what a human sees. Humans see this when they search in Google, but click it real quick. Click the score basketball. When you click it, this is what Google sees. They see what? HTML. I thought that the Panda, the hummingbird update that Google did in the blog I read last night made this impossible for me to understand. Not true. Right-click it and pull up the source code. Right-click, view source. Now we're looking at HTML. We're looking at it. There it is. Stu, why isn't the internet like that? Why didn't they keep it like that? Why do they have to? Can you go back to the other one, Devin? Like the site. Why did they change it to look like that for the average user and not like that? Because I kind of like that. Go back to that, Devin, with one that, why did they change it? Why didn't they just keep it where it looks like that?
Well, for some reason, the world's not made up solely of programmers.
But
there's more out there than programmers.
I feel like all the computers I've seen at the DMV in the public library do that.
It's special.
It's like the screen with the green text on it?
Like the Matrix. We're basically looking at the Matrix.
Okay, so this is how it works. Now, how many people, know the coding language? It's very few people know how to do it.
Yeah, it's true.
So what you're doing is you're typing in all this bunk that go back to the left, and it looks like that. So if a consumer sees that, but Google can't see go back this, you are going to lose.
It's true.
So you have to have a site with a lot of HTML text and content, okay? Third is you have to get backlinks. So let's go ahead and Google. Can we search here for backlink definition? Just backlink definition. I want to make sure that's very simple stuff. And you're going, okay, here we go. It's an incoming hyperlink. Work with me. Hyperlink from one website to another. So if I was on Score Basketball, if I was going back to his site, and I put a link on there, so scroll down real quick. Scroll down there a little more. Going down. We're going down. Whoa. Can I get the what is love queued up here for a second, just as I'm kind of hit it. Can you get that going? Okay, keep going. Just for a second. Don't hurt me. Pause. Can you pause that music real quick here? That took me to a great place. That took me back to a place when people used to wear shirts with zippers.
Yes.
And they would go out roller skating.
Nice.
Do you remember that, Jason?
Oh, I do.
Guys would roller skate and had quad skates, had 4 wheels.
It's true, 4, yes.
And you had neon wheels if you were really special.
They're the best.
Customized.
Yep.
You bring your own skates. You wouldn't want to rent the skates. That's for losers.
No, definitely.
Night at the Roxbury. Moving on. So what happens if we select that word? So let's select the word, any of those words, Devin. Just select any of those words on that page here. If we were to select that word, and then we were going to hyperlink and link from our website to another site, that would count as a backlink. So let's do this real quick. Just the right above it here, it says Austin Wright. If you can just select that word Austin Wright, and we were to link from Austin Wright to a website about Austin Wright, that would be good for Austin Wright. So if Austin Wright is trying to optimize for the word Austin Wright, any site that links to him with Austin Wright in the selected text, that's a good thing. So it's how many sites are linking back to you. Don't overstress this, okay? Don't freak out. Don't lose your mind. So let's review real quick. I don't want to get lost here. The formula we talked about is the most content plus the most backlinks plus the most Google compliant website plus the most mobile friendly website. That's what's going to get you to the top of Google. What's HTML text? It's all that crap that makes Google work, makes your website look real, to the average consumer. Okay, what are backlinks? Those are sites that link back to you. So let's go to Backlink Watch real quick. And if you go to backlinkwatch.com, this is a spammy McSpammer website. It's a spammy. I mean, they're trying to sell you stuff, and they're just trying. Don't click. You can instantly get a virus if you click any of those things. But the thing is that there's a tool. SEM Rush. Is that a tool?
It is.
You can pay for.
It is.
And you can pay for that. That'll show you how many backlinks you have too, right?
It will.
And
Yes.
there's also SEO Moz.
Yep. SEO Moz.
You can pay for that, and that's a backlink tool. Why are we not showing you? Because I'm of the assumption that you don't want to pay $70 a month to do that. Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to give you a free tool here. So if you look here, if you scroll down, it's going to show you all the sites that link back to you. You can literally see on the left column, these are all the sites that link back to you. Now, someone goes, I went to backlinkwatch.com and I got an incredible virus on my computer. That was not cool. But I just want to show you how to do this. So go back just to backlinkwatch.com. We'll start at the very beginning. And let's assume that I'm a space cowboy. I'm the first cowboy in space. Okay, I've never done this before. This is weird. Okay, if you go to backlinkwatch.com, when we go there, we're going to put in the web address that I want to see how many backlinks it has. I'm going to put in the address of the website that I want to see how many backlinks it has. Let's go ahead and do another tab real quick. Let's do another tab for small SEO backlink checker. And again, I'm just giving you two moves because one guy's going, hey, dude, I got a freaking virus on my computer. I did backlinkwatch.com. And it's a free tool. See, there's Moz.com. That's a paid tool. Okay. But click on that one right there. Click on it. And then type in the URL, which is it's the entirety of the web address. So HTTP. And then our little, look at that. www. Can you zoom in? I feel like there's people out there who are watching right now who are going, Billy, I don't know what he's talking about, Billy, what's he doing, Billy? Anyway, click that, and then type in eitrlounge.com. That's one of my businesses, elephantintheroom.com. It's a men's grooming lounge. Click the check links. Oh, you click the spam. You're going down. Click that. Boom. If you click the spam, I mean, that's on you, buddy. You're going to have to clean your cookies and sell your computer to I don't know. Anyway, if you scroll down here, these are all the different places that backlink back to Homeboy. Right? These are all the sites that link to him, and it's just showing you all the backlinks that he has. Now, why am I showing this to you? Because there's good sites, there's bad sites, there's sites that aren't good, there's sites that are good. I can't control it. But here's the deal. If Google worked the way people think it worked, guess what I would do? Check it out. Most people think that if you have poor backlinks that link to you, you will go to the toilet of Google. So let's pretend that I hate you and I'm your competitor. What I would do is I would then buy a bunch of crappy links and have them point to your site and go, ha, you're going to the bottom of Google. Boom. So what Google does is they don't work that way. What they do is they look and they say, how many high quality backlinks do you have? So what's a high quality backlink? It's a site of reputable, it's a reputable site that links to you. So if you're scrolling down, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of reputable sites right now that are linking. I don't want to click on something crazy that takes us to the bottom of the ecosystem of life here. But keep going down here, keep going down. Now let's go back to backlinkwatch.com, see if it cooperates this time. That's how you do it though, Thrivers. So backlinkwatch.com. We'll try it again here. If it doesn't work, don't get impatient. It's okay. We're professionals. Okay, well, we'll move on. But the point is, Thrivers, this is how you do it, though. You just go to backlinkwatch.com, or you can go to SEO Small Backlink Checker. And why am I showing you both sources? Because if it doesn't work, don't freak out. This is how you do it. This is the game. That's how you do it, okay? Now, the final thing is, what does a Google-compliant site look like? What does that look like, a Google-compliant website? So let's go to eitrlounge.com. And I'd like to pull them up side by side here, Stu. What I'm going to do is I want to pull up our diagram we have, Devin, kind of like a Google compliant website, with all the little red dots on it. And I want to pull up that document side by side with the actual website. So here we go. And I want to make that small. Oh, nice. Look at this. If you're watching right now at home, can we give a round of applause for Devin? I am excited. He's beautiful. Okay, so let's look here. So Thrivers, by the way, this is a downloadable. Marshall, if someone wants a downloadable, how do they get this?
All they have to do is email us at info@thrive15.com, and we will shoot them on over the downloadable.
And someone says, well, why can't you just make it where you can download it? Why do you have to email? I'll tell you what. Because we care about helping you grow your business, and we found that by interacting with you and helping kind of coach you through the process, you will learn more in a more at a faster rate, which is also why we have those free workshops that are included in your Thrive15.com subscription. So if you're paying $19 a month, you get to come out to a workshop to learn this stuff too. But let's go ahead and look here. So point number 1 at the very top there, can we drag it over to the right just a little bit, Deb? I know it's going to be hard to get it all in here, but you're doing a good job. So if you click up there, the first one there, that first little point, that right there is a title tag. Stu, how does somebody change a title tag if they wanted to, assuming that they had access to their site and they could change their title tag? Where would somebody find these kinds of things in a generic kind of way? How would they do it?
Well, you probably have heard of WordPress.
Okay.
That is a common platform, and there's several of these out there that allow you to edit your website.
Okay.
Assuming your web guy is not a total tool, it doesn't have you locked into having to call that person to make changes. That's bad mojo, by the way. Don't do that.
And why would most web guys, 3 out of 4 web guys, not want you to know how to change your own search engine optimization related content?
Because they want a job, they want to make money, and that's how they think they need to make money, is to lock in a customer into that kind of environment.
So, Devin, let's zoom in real quick. Let's zoom in, okay? So what you have to have, and I'm not going to get all the rules right now. I just want to zoom in. That's the title tag, point 1. You have to have a title tag that's optimized, featuring your keyword. 2, you have to have a description. And someone goes, where do these things go? I just want to show you real quick. Devin, let's pull up a new tab just to completely break the minds of most adults with a functional mind who are watching this. I want to just try to give you so many variables simultaneously. But Google Tulsa men's haircuts, and I want to show you where this comes up. The title, I want you to see where the title goes. So this is how we do it. So scroll on down a little bit here. The title right there, that's the blue text. You see that text right there? He's highlighting it. That's the blue text. That's point number 1. That's where that goes. Cool. That's where it shows up in Google. Point 2, the description. You see those words there, Devin? If you kind of select that, that's where the description goes. That's where it shows up in Google. These aren't just esoteric random things. These are things that actually go someplace. Devin, let's go back to our diagram, and let's zoom out a little bit here. Zoom out on that diagram. Thanks, but you're the best public clicker in the history of the planet. Okay. Now the third thing is you want to have kind of drag it over to the right a little bit so I can see all the numbers there. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. The third one there, that is the thing called social proof. You got to have social proof. Okay. Or that would be like as seen on. 3 and 4 are kind of the same thing, but it's media mentions or social proof. Stu, how does it help to have those things on a website?
Some people would call those trust symbols. That is credibility.
So, I mean, let's go back to elephant in the room, okay? Because you're like, do these guys drink their own Kool-Aid? I mean, do they, there it is, as seen on. Now, we've actually been featured in the media over the years. So if you click on the news tab, we've been in the news. And why does that matter? Well, 1, my mom saw it, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
Mom's like, boop, 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 boop. Honey, I saw you on the news. And I'm like, Mom, I got it going on. I'm on the news. I saw you on the news tonight. That's exciting. But 2 is that customers go, if the news featured you, you're probably not a scammy McScammer. So that's the news right there. Okay. Social proof. Boom. Okay. Next thing is 5. There's a call to action. On Elephant in the Room, if we go back to that side here, on Elephant in the Room, we click back to the home page there. We have the top right. We have this thing called First Time Start Here. Stu, why is it absolutely imperative that you have a call to action on your website?
Most websites don't do this for some reason, and customers don't know what to do. Literally, what do you want them to do on your website? Do you want them to call you, email you, get a quote? They need to know. You need to direct people to exactly what you expect them to do. I'm
just going to give you an example. I had one client I worked with years ago, a while back, and this is what they did. They were like, if I make it where they can get this and this and this, and they only have to put in their email, then I'll get more people who fill out the form. I had another client who's like, if I require the name, the phone number, the email, they're this, they're that, they're this, they're that, before they can get in, then that'll be better. And for each business, it's different. So some businesses, it's great to have a call to action that only requires an email because that's all you need to get the dialogue going. Somebody else, you might need more than that. You might need to get their name and phone number. So as a consultant, I need your name, your phone number, your web address, and I want to know, if you're not going to give me your name, your phone number, your email, and all that, I'm not going to want to work with you. I'm not going to want to email you everything I do as a consultant. I want your name, I want your phone number, I want your email. I'm not going to just communicate with you via email because I need to connect with you on a deeper way. And if you're not going to give me the email, we're not going to have a very trusting relationship. So that's the call to action. Each business will be a little different. And then let's go back to the diagram. Okay, and let's kind of there. We get number 6. You see right there, 6. That right there, point number 6, that is a testimonial. Okay, that's a text testimonial. Stu, why does it help to have a text testimonial?
Well, hopefully, if your business is doing the right thing, selling the right products to the right people, someone's going to be happy about it.
Yeah, and so just being real, most people trust anonymous online reviews. That's true. But when you can give so people go to Google all the time and they type in like, can you do a Google search real quick here, or go back to that Tulsa men's haircuts search you did there? People read those reviews, homies. They do. And if you have a good review, put it on your site. Why? Because people are more likely to buy. And at the end of the day, we're trying to do what? Sell stuff. Why? So we can buy a boat. So we can take our kids to college. My kids are forbidden to go to college. But anyway, maybe you want to send your kids to college. Maybe it's a deal where you want to go on vacation. Maybe you want to rent a llama for your kid's birthday. You got to sell some stuff. Now, the next move here, point number 7, it's video testimonials. Why would you want a video testimonial, Stu?
Well, in America and around the world, some people just don't read. And they want to watch a video. They were looking for that play button right
Man,
there.
I don't know what you're saying, man. I read all the time.
I'm telling you. See that play button?
Back of cereal boxes and yogurt containers and a lot of riboflavin in most yogurts.
That's quite a life right there.
so if you look here at the elephant in the room, let's go back to that site. You're going, well, where are you guys putting your video? Okay, click on that. Well, I'm all about sound effects right now, folks. It's just kind of I didn't get to experience a lot of sound effects as a young kid. Now as an adult, I'm trying to try them out for the first time. So click on About Us. Click on the play button.
Play button. Super important play button.
You're like me and you remember your
Click on
first
the pause
haircut.
button. Awesome. Click on the awesome button. The point is, that's a video. And Thrivers, people want to watch a video. They do. And it increases the amount of time people stay on the site. And Stu, why is it important to increase the amount of time that people spend on a site?
People will be more interested in hiring you or engaging, buying your product, whatever it is.
That is true. Then just throwing it out there, Thrivers. Real quick, Google checks for spam and McSpam. What does that mean? Google checks for the amount of time that people spend on your site. So, 1, it helps you sell more stuff. And 2, if people are on your site for a longer period of time, Google counts that as a point for you. These all works together here. Moving on to point number 9. That's a horizontal navigation bar. Horizontal navigation bar. If I can stay close enough to the microphone, that'll be a key. But a horizontal navigation bar. Why is it important that you have some kind of navigation bar across the top there?
Well, if you only have one page, it's not a website. It's a web page. So you want multiple pages. You also want that navigation to be actual text. And I'm not trying to nerd out here, but back in the day, before Marshall started dating, graphics were used for navigation. And Google did not necessarily know how to handle this situation. So now if your navigation is text, Google is going to read that. It's going to be easier to index your website.
While we're talking about this concept of images, I just want to make sure we kind of go, this little bonus nugget for you, Thrivers. Anytime you put an image on your site, name the image what it actually is. So instead of the image being 0, if I take a picture of you right now and I text it to you, the image might come through via your text as image 0234, or whatever my phone names it as by default.
That's true.
But if I go through and I click it and I rename it as Jason Stewart, then when I put it up on the site, when you add an image to your site, there's a little thing called an alt tag, and that allows you to describe what the photo's about. And what that does for you is it allows you to come up top in Google image searches. So why does that matter? Go back to that Google or the Tulsa men's haircuts search you did. Oh yeah, go back to that one. Scrolling down.
Ooh, look at that.
Right there. Those are images. Why are those images coming up? Because they're named properly. That's how it works. So Thrivers, everything needs to work together here. Next move.
Clay, can I say too?
Please.
If you have that image ribbon there, does that mean that there is less room on that page for your competition?
It absolutely does. And I'll tell you this too. All of us are guilty of it, but if we see text on our phone, how do people... Devin, can you kind of scroll it in real quick so it looks like we're on a mobile search real quick? Make it kind of... If you're on your phone, this is how people search. I don't want to freak out too much, but this is actually... There's not too much theory here. This is just real talk. Scroll up real quick, Devin. What happens is people are on their small, narrow view, and they go, reviews, look for some images, they scroll down, they scroll up. They do really fast with their finger, and they go, image, I'll click it, or video, I'll click it. And people are looking for visuals because it's easier to see a visual than it is to read the text on your small phone. Unless you're one of these people who's like... Now, I saw a lady the other day who's using a phablet, which is like a tablet meets a phone.
Right.
Have you seen this?
Yeah.
It's like an iPhone mini, or it's an iPad mini.
Yeah.
But she's using it to call.
Good times.
I thought it was the coolest thing in the world and also just crazy. I was like, that is so awesome and weird. But she has this thing like this big, and she's like, hi. She boop, 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 and she's like on the, her headphones on. But most people aren't searching that way. If they're on mobile, they got a very narrow view there, okay? So number 10. Number 10, you want to have some kind of form. You want to have some kind of form that people can fill out, a form they can fill out where they put in. So, Devin, can you scroll back? There you go. Name, phone, email, legal. Why do you want to have a form that people can fill out?
If you don't, it would be like walking into the lobby of a business and no one ever greeting you and saying, this is what we do, these are our products. You need to usher those people into your service and your product right away. If they're interested and they're interested in your service or your product, you need to engage them right away. That's what that's going to do.
Now, Thrivers, I know there's somebody watching this who's saying this right now to yourself. You're saying this to yourself, and you're going, I'm saying this to myself, and it's so weird right now, so I need to not say it to myself anymore. I need to say it to other people. You're saying, I am getting a lot of spam. I'm topping Google. People are filling out my form, and they're putting a lot of spam in there. Stu, what's a way to kind of stop the spam a little bit?
Well, there's something called CAPTCHA. Is that what you're looking for there?
CAPTCHA. Ha.
So everybody's seen these weird, the words are twisted, or they ask you to do 2 + 2 = 4, which I have a difficulty with sometimes. But what that's doing is it's telling these weird Russian bots and whatever that they can't do the math apparently in Russia. I'm not sure why, but those Russian robots can't figure that out.
So CAPTCHA, again, it puts a little code where it'll ask you to spell this or ask you a math formula at the bottom. Now, there's good news and bad news about that. One is good news is that less spam will come through.
It's true.
2 is less customers will fill it out because they're on their mobile phone.
Or they're bad at math.
So I'm telling you, Thrivers, I love getting spam. To me, spam is a sign of awesome. When I get spam, I'm going, that means I'm coming up higher in Google. And I'm just telling you, that's the first sign you're on page 1 or page 2 is when you start getting those spam people. We had a lady email us the other day. It was a Thriver, or she emailed Thrive. She was like, I saw you on page 1 of Google for its term X and X. I want to see if you could hire me to help you with, whatever service. You're going to get a lot more of that the higher you get in Google. Okay. Now, point number 11 here, Thrivers. Point number 11. This is actually the text. This is the actual text. This is HTML text. So I want to go back to Elephant in the Room so I can show you where our text is. There it is. That's the text. HTML text. Don't freak out about it. Don't lose your mind if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's just text related to your topic. You've got to have more text than your competition. So, Devin, if we go and scroll down to the very bottom of our site, very bottom, very way down, click on sitemap. These are all pages that we have. These are all pages that we have with a ton of HTML text. And what Google's looking for right now, Thrivers, don't lose your mind. They're looking for a minimum of about 1,000 words of HTML text per page. Okay? So every page on your site, you need to have about 1,000 words. Now, somebody goes, I was reading a blog last night and I found it was 652. Stop reading blogs. Just watch this video over and over and over. I'm telling you, we do this for a living. This is what I do. Stop reading all those blogs. Calm down. You need to have about 1,000 words of content, which is roughly, if you put on a thing called the Dragon headset. Can you Google real quick the Dragon headset? I want to show the Thrivers what I'm talking about. If you go and buy a Dragon headset, it's a device that you wear on your head, and it allows you to talk into it as a microphone and an earpiece, and you can talk, and it turns your text into, try the Dragon at the top right there. Dragon Naturally Speaking. Click that ad right there. I'm sorry, Dragon. I'm sorry to charge you that extra money there, but I want to just get directly to where I want to go. So you can buy this device. It's $149 for the one I'd recommend. You can buy one for $329, whatever, but it turns your talk into text. Very important that you have a way to generate a lot of text. So every page of your site, you need to have text. Now I want to review this. Let's go back to our diagram. If you put the text at the top of your page, are you a smart person? You could be a smart person, but it's not the wise thing to do. So, Deb, you go back to that diagram real quick. You can click back on it. Yep. If you go back, here you go. Let's scroll back up here. Scroll back up a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Awesome. So if you scroll up there, you'll notice, Thrivers, that is we put the visuals, all of the buttons and the visual stuff above the fold. It's the top part of the site.
And that's what the humans
That's what humans do. Okay. And then at the bottom, it's where you put all your text. So I want to show this to you over and over and over so we get it. Let's go back to Elephant in the Room. Because I talked to a guy, and if you're the guy that I talked to the other day, I'm not ridiculing you, I'm trying to help you. We have a Thriver who has this backwards. He has all the text top, and he has all of the images at the bottom. So scroll back up, Devin, and go back to the very home page. If you were on a website that started off with a ton of text, aka Wikipedia, how long would you spend on it? Not very much. Not very much time at all. So, but if you scroll down and there's text, Google needs that text to index you. So you've got to find that compromise. You've got to find a way to have a lot of content below the fold, but the bottom, and above it, you have to have that nice visual stuff, okay? Now, Stuart, if we scroll down real quick here, I want to make sure we're getting this. If we scroll, Devin, can scroll up real quick on the actual diagram. Scroll up on that diagram. We have this little number 8 here. It's the actual numbers. You see the 1-800-594 whatever. Why do you want to have a click to call button? Why do you want to be able to click the phone number and it have it automatically call if you're on a smartphone? Why do you want to do that, Stu?
Every website's different, but we find anywhere 60 to 70% of our visitors are going to be on a phone or a phablet, as you mentioned.
It's fabulous.
And that is going to be a click device. It's not a mouse. You're not running that with a mouse click. You're going to click that to call because it's a phone. And so doing it there's a particular way to do the HTML, so that will call. And if you don't have a web guy, we can work that out. We'll figure that out for you. But
so what I want to do, Thrivers, is I'm going to go ahead and teach you a couple moves here real quick, okay? One more little bonus tip I'm going to give you. Scrolling down to the bottom, the very bottom of that diagram, you have to have this thing called a site map. It's going to be at the very bottom. So if you go back to the Elephant in the Room website and you scroll down, you have to have a site map. And there's an XML sitemap and an HTML sitemap. An HTML sitemap right there, that's what humans can see. You don't want it to be hidden. And if you click that, Devin, that's where the Google and humans can scroll to find every page of content on your site. In the XML sitemap, that's kind of hidden a little bit, right?
It is. Google's going to see that. A human is not going to pay attention to that one.
So, Thrivers, you have to have all these variables. Now, cool thing, we're going to do this for you, Thrivers. We don't normally do this. We don't normally do this. But if you have a site and you're going, is my site following the rules? If you'll take a moment and email us the link right now, I promise you we'll run a little report for you for a limited time. And we'll throw in a free spatula that you have to drive to Tulsa to pick up or something. But the thing is, we're going to help you do this, okay? So if you have a site, I don't even know if I'm following the rules, just email us and we'll help you through this process, okay? But this is how it works. So I'm going to show you real quick. This is how a human searches Google by Clay Clark. Clay Clark. Okay, so go ahead and Google Tulsa men's haircuts. This is my inner dialogue as we do this, okay? So make it full screen real quick, please. Kind of big. I'm going to do it's my inner dialogue. This is what I'm saying to myself. This is what you're saying to yourself when I search. And go ahead and start the search. Go back to just go to Google. Yeah, go to Google. This is what happens. My wife says, "Hey baby, this is my wife. Hey baby, there's a wedding this weekend, and you got to get your hair cut." And I'm going, "I got to get my hair cut. I freaking got to get my hair cut." I just I'll type in Tulsa haircuts. Can you, Devin? Will you type in Tulsa? Type in haircuts Tulsa after just haircuts and Tulsa haircuts. I'm just scrolling down. So I'm just what I'm saying to myself. Frick, knockout. That sounds like a very reputable place. It's very, I don't know. Men's haircuts. I don't want to look at everyone's haircuts. Just do men's. Go back. Scroll back up. Scroll back up. The men's haircuts. Tulsa. Frick. Why did I look at all those lady haircut places? There is a place where men can be men and boys can be boys. Elephant in the Room. Oh, they got a lot of stars. Oh, look at all those stars. I guess I'll click one of them. Click one of the stars. I'll click the star. I'm not going to read. I'm too tired. I'll click back. Whatever. They got a lot of stars. Where's their freaking phone number? Where's their Somebody find the freaking phone number. There it is. So I click it. Boom. Boop, 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 boop. Elephant in the Room. Hey, this is such and such. How can I help you? I'm trying to get my hair cut. My wife said I got to get my hair cut for a wedding. Oh, yeah, sure. We'll schedule you right now. Boop, 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 boop. Ring. Boop, 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 boop. Ring. Boop, 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 boop. Ring. No one answers. Press 4 to hit. Frick, I'm not doing that. I got to talk to a real human. This is how people do it. So you got to have someone answer the freaking phone. You got to have someone respond to the lead. And if I scroll down, I'm like, I don't even want to talk to a human. I'm so post-human. I was on Pinterest last night talking about myself. I was taking pictures of myself, putting them on Facebook, selfies of myself. I love myself, and I love not communicating with humans because I'm digital. I'm all about social media. I Instagrammed myself last night, and I'm going to be Instagramming myself all week because I don't want to talk to people. I hate people. People need to come to me for advice. I don't want to talk to people. So I'm going to click on that website right there. Yeah, self. Click on that website. You clicked on that like a champion, self, because you are the man. Oh, yeah, click up there at the top. I want to fill out that form right there. I want to fill out that form right there. I want to fill it out. Go ahead and fill out that form right there. And no one's going to talk to me because I'm going to schedule online because I'm a bad mamma jamma, and I love myself. I got my new selfie stick. I got my self drone. I throw that drone in the air, and it films myself, and I put it on YouTube, and people click it, and I give them esoteric advice for themselves because myself is the best self I've ever seen. That's what happens. That's how it works. So you've got two different people. There's one guy who doesn't want to talk to people, who just wants to fill out the form. and he just wants to avoid human contact. The other person wants to talk to somebody. Either way, that's how it happens. And people aren't reading all the text, and they're not. Stu, how big of an epiphany is that for when you work with web clients all the time?
Yeah, true.
How big is it? How big of a soul-sucking epiphany is it for the entrepreneur when they realize they have to write a ton of content to be top in Google, but that no one will ever read that content?
That's true. And they do all that work for 4 or 5 seconds because that's how long a customer needs to pick up that phone and call. That's the point, right?
I had a doctor I worked with years ago, and he was down in Dallas, and literally the guy came to me and goes, I have written like several journals online. They're phenomenal. And I feel like, I want to get it right before I publish it. And I go, do you know, just want to show you. And I pulled up the data of how many people are actually clicking and reading his stuff. And he goes, people don't even read it. And I'm like, I know. So it's kind of a deal where Google wants a lot of text, but the humans don't want a lot of text. So you've got to find a way to get there. So does that make sense? Devin, am I missing something here? Am I missing something? Is there a question you think the Thrivers would be asking me right now about this that I'm missing? Am I missing something?
I think you hit it right on the head. The more text that you can have, the better, but people don't really care to read text anymore.
and you're saying you're not winning awards. You're not writing Pulitzer Prize winning articles here. You're writing content that gets people to the website.
And Thrivers, if you'll come out to a workshop, we'll teach you how to do this. You just got to get that Dragon headset, put that beast on, and just start talking about haircuts. And you're just like, welcome to Elephant in the Room, where we do the best haircuts in the world because our haircut grooming professionals are professionally trained by me, period. In fact, the Elephant in the Room has been around since 2002, period. And then you just keep talking, and then you get to 1,000 words, and you want to make sure you're doing the best you can because Google searches for relevant content, but that's how you do it. Marshall, am I missing something?
Nope, you covered it.
Okay. Clay, can I jump in? I want to explain something about the dragon. It sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it sounds dangerous.
It's not dangerous to put a dragon on your head.
Yes.
But, so get over your fear there, Thrivers. But what I'll say is we've seen people that sit in our SEO offices, and you put a keyboard in front of them to write these articles, and something just pauses in their brain. They're just melt down. They don't know how to write these words. But you're saying if I put a headset on, I can speak, and I'm going to get more words faster, and my brain's not going to pause. It's not going to seize up.
I'm going to tell you moves that I did that are kind of disturbing visuals, but I'm just being real. I'm just being real. That's what we try to do. We try to get real and raw. Marshall, we try to get real and raw at all times. We try to do that. So I'm going to go and give you the real and raw. When I was optimizing one of my earlier companies, I used to sit in the bath.
Okay.
And I created this thing that I it's kind of like a desk. So I'm sitting in the bath. I got this like desk sitting out in front of me where I put my computer, and I would literally put a headset on and I would just talk for hours. While others are in the shower, I'm in the bath talking for hours. And I would generate in a typical morning about 1,000 words every 8 or 9 minutes.
Wow.
So in 60 minutes, I would have something like 6,000 words. And I'm not exaggerating. Within like 5 weeks, I had like 30,000 words. Top of Google, boom.
Wow.
Drop the mic.
Step number 6, determine winnable terms. Okay, so we've gone through, we've talked about how Google ranks, how to brainstorm winnable terms, but now we need to determine which winnable terms we're going after. Okay, so Clay, begin getting us into this in talking about the winnable terms, not just search terms, but winnable terms.
Now, again, I know if some people start to glaze over anytime their eyes just glaze over, and they start to go, every time they think about Google optimization and using a computer. I don't even use a computer. How do I need a computer? I know there's people who out there, a lot of entrepreneurs are very much doers. They're task doers. They get stuff done. And learning this is like a painful thing. So what we're going to do to spice it up a little bit, to bring in kind of a German flavor, to kind of bring in that spirit of Oktoberfest, no matter what month it is we're going to, every time that we teach you a big point, a big profound, once a profundity has occurred, Marshall, can you cue it up real quick? Oh, yes. And that's what you're going to get as a reward when you learn a new thing. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. So point number 1 here, okay, is you want to click the view page source. What am I talking about? So go ahead right now, and let's pretend that you own a business that does, let's say you sell wedding cakes, and you live in Dallas. So let's type in wedding cakes, Dallas. Okay, so you're just going to start off, you're going to search, and you're going to find out who comes up top, not on the map. Calm down off the map. Don't click on the Knot, because that's a national company, and you're not going to beat them. I'll show you why in a minute. But click on the cake guys. All right? And then you're going to right-click, and you're going to view their source code. And you're going to look for their description. and look for their keywords. There's their description right there. That's actually that is their description. That is the words that they are optimizing for. That's the description. See if you can find keywords. Some of these sites, they protect their keywords. They're kind of secret. Oh, they're secret. They're so secret. Move on. Let's go to another site. Moving on. Click back. And let's go here to Elegant Cakery. Click those guys. And we'll click that. And then we're going to go and right click. And we're going to go ahead and do the view page source. And we're going to go ahead and look at their keywords and their description. So there are their keywords. If you scroll on down, look at their description. If you look at the description at the top there, you see their description up there. Are we in the description? If we go to description there, Devin. Description. Oh, there's their description. Okay, you can see these guys, they're kind of tricky as well. So look at their title tag. You see their title tag? How it says wedding and birthday cakes in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. These are people who are sneaky. These people are hiding their description and keywords from us because they know that we're good. But they're not that good. No, they're not. No. So let's go back to their website. And look through their website. And when you're looking through their website, look at the words they have on their homepage. Look at the words. Cake toppers on the left side. Wedding serving sets. Wedding toasting flutes. Thrivers, you're going to have to make a spreadsheet right now where you put all of the keywords you're finding on their website related to this term. Put it on a spreadsheet, okay? So make a spreadsheet. And on the left column, put all the keywords you're finding. You have to do that. You have to do that, okay? That's what you have to do. Why? Because you've got to start to figure out what words are these homeboys optimizing for. That is very, very important that you do. Hopefully that makes sense. So again, you have to start by searching for whatever term you think people are going to search for. So let's do another example. Let's click back on the search here. Let's go scroll up real quick and go to Dallas wedding cakes. So now we're going to reverse it. We're going to go from wedding cakes Dallas to Dallas wedding cakes. And we do the same process. We scroll down. We look for the site that comes up top. We already found the cake guys, Elegant Cakery. We've got Dallas Fairs Cake Co. Click that. And then we're going to go there and we're going to right click and we're going to look at their source code and we're going to see if they give us the descriptions and title. It'd be nice if they did. Look here for the description. See if they have it. Are they hiding it? Ooh, they're hiding it. Now, not in every industry are they hiding it, but in Dallas, it's probably very competitive, so you got a lot of people that are hiding it, okay? So go ahead and go back to their website and comb through their website. This will take you a few hours. Hours? I thought it would take minutes. I wanted to get rich quick. Nope, I'm just telling you, get rich slow. That's how the pros do it. But anyway, you look through here and you start to look for all the words that they have that they're optimizing on their homepage. Most people put their words that they're trying to come up top for on their homepage. So Devin, if you look at the text at the top there, you see how they have the word wedding cakes there? If you kind of highlight the word wedding cakes, that's on their homepage. Groom's cake. You want to take all of these words and put it into a spreadsheet. Also, you want to brainstorm with family and friends, people you know, ideal and likely buyers, but you want to have a spreadsheet of at least 100 terms you're starting out with. Now we're going to go ahead and get into some tools here, okay? So there's 3 tools that we recommend that you would use, okay? One is SEMrush. And Stu, I think SEMrush is about $70 a month. Did you know what it is?
I believe so.
I think it's like $70 a month. I'm not going to call you a liar if it's 75 or whatever, but it's not $100 a month, okay? But this is a product that you can pay for that'll help you deep dive in there to find keywords. Then there's also SEO Moz.
That's true. Yep.
But we prefer to use the Google Keyword Planner. And why do we prefer to use the Google Keyword Planner, Stu?
Well, because it's Google.
It's Google. So Google's telling you, hey, we're Google. We know something about Google, and we want to tell you. You know, hi, I'm Google. I know about Google because I'm Google. That's how it works.
Sort of the backstage pass.
And it's free.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and use the Keyword Planner. And for those of you who want to use SEMrush or SEO Moz, we are going to have trainings that teach you that as well. But let's go ahead and hop into it. So Stu, kind of tell us what we're doing, kind of navigate what we're doing here. How do I even get here? How do I get here?
Well, you're going to need to sign up for a Google AdWords account.
How do you do that?
So you're going to need a Gmail account.
How do I do that?
You're going to need to Google Gmail.
Let's do it, please. Thrivers, I know someone watching this is like, are you kidding me? Are we having to learn how to make a Gmail? Yes. You know why? Because I talked to thousands of Thrivers, thousands, who are going, I don't know what to do. So right there.
So he's logged in. So if he clicks, there we go.
All right.
There we go.
Let's do it again. Gmail.
Top link there.
Okay.
So I would Google, go back.
Let's Google back. Let's Google sign up for a Gmail account.
That's going to be better. Yeah.
We're doing this, Thrivers, because I know this is what you're going through. Some people are like, I tried last night. I couldn't even make a Gmail account. I quit. Done.
Right there, top link.
There it is. And once you click that beast, You go in there, and Thrivers, we're not going to make a username. We're not going to give you a password, and we're not going to go through your confirming your gender and all that. I know some people are like, what gender am I? It's so weird. I went to college so long. I can't remember what gender I am. I've watched every TED Talks there was, and I'm just confused. But anyway, you have to answer these questions.
Yes.
And once you do that, what needs to happen?
What I would do, Devin, if you go back to Google and search for sign up for AdWords account.
So you have to sign up for an AdWords account after you have a Gmail.
This is true.
So you need to log into your Gmail, and then you're going to go ahead and search for sign up for an AdWords account, right?
Right there. AdWords sign up.
Okay. And I'm sorry to mess with everything, but the one thing about this, Thrivers, is because of the video editing technology, we're going to be able to kind of skip forward in time. We'll go to a time and place where Devin is actually logged into his account. So I'm going to do the Scooby-Doo. Can we cue up the Beer Barrel Polka as we transition here? Okay, Devin's going to get back into his account, but we're not going to see his emails. We're not going to see his password. We're not going to watch what he's doing. We're having a good time. Now, the barrel. Everybody now. Roll out. Everybody now. Roll. If you've had 17 German beers, it doesn't even matter what you're saying. People love it. Roll the fun. Sauerkraut. Oh, Volkswagen. Sauerkraut. David Hasselhoff. Oh, yes. Here we go. And are we logged in? And we're in? Uh-oh. The music cannot be... That was awesome. You see how that worked? It worked almost long enough. Now, once we log on, how do we get here?
That was perfect. Okay, so what you're going to do is look for tools.
Okay. How do you even get to tools?
Well, once you're logged into Google AdWords, you'll see something like... we have a lot of campaigns running. So you're not going to see all this complexity when you log in.
Here's the part that I know people are asking right now. If I log into my Gmail, how do I go from there to my AdWords? I guarantee you that 2/3 of the people who are watching right now who are smarter than me are not going to be able to figure that out because they ask me all the time. And I will not let this be the kind of training where people don't know what they need to know. No. This will be the kind of training where people know what they need to know. And I know what you're trying to do because you guys are technological wizards. You're trying to skip that step and then make people like me feel small.
This is true.
Okay.
So there's really a couple ways to do it.
Yep.
One is you could Google AdWords.
After you're signed in.
After you're signed in, and you could click that link right there.
Let's do it.
See that one right there? Down a little bit. There you go. That'll work.
Okay.
That's one way to do it. If you have a bookmark, you could bookmark AdWords.google.com. That'll get you there.
You could bookmark what?
You could bookmark AdWords.google.com.
Boom. Okay, awesome. Okay, keep going. I'm dialed in here. I'm focused.
So let's log in there, Devin.
I'm focusing. Now, as he's focusing, I want to make sure you guys remember this here. This is how you do it. There's no quick pass. This is how you determine how to beat your competition. So go for it.
So you want to look for tools at the top there in the navigation. You want to click that, and it'll drop down. You want to go to the keyword planner.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going there. Going there quick.
And don't be intimidated by the complexity of this screen when it comes up. There's some stuff here after you click. So where it says search, under the green there, click that.
Ooh.
It's going to drop down this little search box. So, Clay, what are some terms you would maybe experiment with here?
Dallas wedding cakes.
So in that box right there, you're going to type that.
Comma, wedding cakes Dallas. Comma, wedding cakes in Dallas. Comma, find wedding cakes Dallas. Comma, wedding cake Dallas. That's it. That's all I have. What more do you want from me, Devin?
Boom. Okay, now, after you're done with that, where it says targeting, see the little pencil there.
Okay.
If you're targeting, are we targeting Dallas? It seems like
that's
Dallas.
That's where I'm going.
So we
Coming for you, Dallas bakeries.
There you go. And then type in Dallas, and it's going to pop this thing up. It's going to suggest some cities here, okay? So when you see the ad on the far right, see the little word that says ad.
Yep.
Click that dude.
Click that dude.
And then click the save button.
Save it. Now, real quick. We learn best by doing, Thrivers, okay? That's how you learn, by doing. So you have to do it. If you're watching this and you're going, I don't know what to do right now. I don't want you to be going, I think I'm alone now. The only person trying this is me by myself. I don't want you doing that. I don't want you getting on a bender and getting frustrated and getting depressed. So what you need to do is have 2 monitors. If you're watching these trainings and you don't have 2 monitors, go get a monitor. You need to go buy 2 monitors. Why? Because Carnegie Mellon says that you're twice as productive almost if you have 2 monitors, and also because it just is. It works that way, okay? 1 monitor, you're watching your Thrive 15, and 1, you're actually doing this. If you're not doing this congruently, your mind will explode, and you will end up sleeping outside.
So what we're doing by adding this Dallas in the targeting area is targeting. That's we talked about demographics earlier. So one way to look at that is I want to limit that to my city that I'm in,
Okay.
or my franchise is in, or whatever it is. You can set language as well. English is going to be our core group here at Thrive, of course.
Yeah.
But if you're overseas, you could change that to whatever it is, Spanish, French, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then if you click the blue button right there,
The blue button.
what it's going to do is show you some information about these keywords. You see this tab here where it says keyword.
Quick timeout. I had an epiphany I want to share with people. I usually get like one of those a month, but here it is. There's a Thriver that I can think of, comes to my mind, and what she did is she realized that it was going to be very competitive for her to win for her search engine term in her city in English, and she speaks Spanish. So she optimized the Spanish version of her website, and she was able to beat everybody because no one was catering to the Spanish market, and there was like 10% of her market that was Spanish speaking. So that might be your move, Thrivers. If you speak a different language, maybe you can dominate in that language, but that's just a little aha.
So you're saying if you know your customer, you can make good decisions on keywords. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. That is what I'm saying. Back to you.
Excellent. So if you click that second tab right there, what that's going to show you at the top is those 4 phrases that we entered to start. See those 4 right there?
Yep.
And it's going to show the average number of searches, and it's going to show you what's called competition. Okay? And then if you look down, if you scroll down, Devin, you're going to see another group underneath that. These are basically suggested keywords.
Okay.
These are things you maybe didn't think of.
Now, what I want to make sure we get this competition. If it says high, that means that there's a ton of companies who are trying to be top for that term. If it says low, there's very few companies trying to be top for that term. If it says medium, it's kind of the middle. Okay, don't overthink that. Okay, and it shows you that average monthly searches. So how many people a month are searching for that term? Right there.
True. That's true.
So what you're going to need to do, Thrivers, again, is make a spreadsheet. I just want to make sure we're getting this. So Devin, can we pull up a Google sheet? A Google sheet. This is if those of you have a Gmail account, it's a free tool. It's kind of like Excel. Okay, and you click on the little Google sheet, and we'll go ahead and pull the. Marshall, can you cue up the Beer Barrel Polka one more? I think people want to hear that. People are. Yes, we're making a Google sheet. All right, stick around after the break here. We're going to have some more. We're going to have some more. What is it? Not guacamole, no, because that's the wrong culture. We're going to have some sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut, yeah.
We're going to have some brats.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have some David Hasselhoff reruns. Okay. So you make this is how you do it. So on the left, column A, let's go ahead and type in keywords. These are words you think people are searching for. And you would want to make a list of at least 100. Okay? Then the second column is you would put here estimated traffic. All right? Now, the third is you want to put this is where it gets a little deep a little bit, okay? But how many backlinks do I need to win? Write that. And the fourth is how much content do I need to win? And we'll go ahead and kind of adjust the fields and the rows and make it so that we can see all this. But you got to organize your thought. I mean, this is like a planning thing. This is a strategic thing. Your brain has to be engaged. That's why when I'm doing search engine optimization for the month with my clients, my mind almost explodes every time. I'm just like, oh gosh, this is so terrible. But I've made it fun by incorporating Beer Barrel Polka. I've tricked myself. So here we go. So the keyword, let's go ahead and look at our keyword planner. We got to do 2 monitors. So Devin, can you do it side by side so we can have the keyword planner to the left and the spreadsheet to the right? And that way, and Thrivers, if you don't have 2 monitors, if you're not doing the 2 monitor game, I promise you, if you're trying to do this from a mobile phone, good luck. I mean, your brain will, and I know Thrivers who are trying to do this. I talked to one the other day.
It's true.
Don't stop it. You got to this is why you have to have a computer for this, okay? So the keyword, let's go ahead and do one of them here. Is Wedding Cakes Dallas. Put that in there. Wedding Cakes Dallas. And the searches, estimated traffic you put here is 170. And then backlinks, we'll get back to it. And then keywords, get back to it. Bam. And the next one is Dallas Wedding Cakes. And 40. And we'll do one more. We'll do Wedding Cakes in Dallas and 10. If anybody's lost, that's okay. You can click the Ask a Mentor button. We will help you. But I recommend you don't try to learn back and forth by conversing on email to do this. This is something you want to call in, talk to our team, come to a workshop. They're included with your membership. I don't know why you wouldn't come here other than you have a certain stigma and you believe that Tulsa has way too many touristy things to do. A lot of people are going, Tulsa, that's like Orlando or Vegas. I don't
Yes.
want all that tourism. I want to just get down to business. Well, you're in for a shock when you get here if you think that Tulsa's all about tourism. All right. Seriously, though, you can register for Sod Farm Tours with Marshall. You just email info@thrive15.com. And it's how much are you charging for those now? Is it like $7?
No, 700.
For a Sod Farm tour?
Yeah.
You take them out to the middle of the field and you say,
This is sod.
green side up. That's a T-shirt I'm working on. I used to actually work on a sod farm back in the day for a while when I had no talent or skill, and I still don't have very much talent or skill. But the guy used to always say, guys, remember, green side up. Just awesome. All right. So now I want to figure out how many backlinks do I need to win. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull up a Google search bar now. Let's search. And we got to search in incognito. And Thrivers, for those of you who missed out on it, what is incognito? It's you click on you go to Google and you click right there, those three horizontal bars, and you click incognito window. And that's going to allow you to search without bringing in your other preferences. Google's not going to change the search to accommodate your needs. All right, JT. So hypothetically, in your mind, what is the purpose of having a business?
To get you to your goals. So it's a vehicle to get you to your destination.
And would you need profits to get there? I mean, is when you have a business that's successful, in your mind, in your expert opinion, would you need profits to get you to your goals?
Yeah, because if you have a $15 million business, but you have $15 million of expenses, it's kind of pointless.
Holy crap!
All right. So the question I would have here for you, if you could take like, I don't know, 10 minutes or less and see if you could save $3,000 a year by reducing your credit card fees, would you do it?
Yes, absolutely.
Holy crap!
Why would somebody out there who's listening right now who has a sane mind, why would they not go to thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card, thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card to schedule a 10-minute consultation to see if they can reduce their credit card fees by at least $3,000 a year.
Why would they not do it?
Yeah, why would they not do it?
Maybe because they didn't understand how you said the website.
This tree is a symbol of the spirit of the Griswold family Christmas.
No, that's clear. Okay, so that could be true. So I would encourage everybody to check out thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card, thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card. What would be another reason why someone would not be willing to take 10 minutes to compare rates to see if they could save $3,000 or more on credit card fees?
Maybe they think it is a waste of time and that it won't. It's not possible.
There's somebody out there that's making more than $3,000 every 10 minutes, and they're like, nah, that's not worth my time.
We getting there, right money. We getting there, right money.
There's probably someone out there
Okay.
that would think that.
Well, I'll just tell you, folks, if you're out there today and you're making less than $3,000 per 10 minutes, I would highly recommend that you go to thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card because you can compare rates, you can save money. And, you know, the big goal, in my opinion, of building a business is to create time freedom and financial freedom. And in order to do that, you have to maximize your profits.
Holy crap!
Now, one way to maximize your profits is to increase your revenue. Another way to do it is to decrease your expenses.
It's a profit deal. It takes the pressure off.
JT, is there any other reason why somebody would not be willing to take 10 minutes to compare rates to see if they could save a total of $3,000 a year on average?
I am at a loss and I cannot think of any other.
Shampoo is better. I go on first and clean the hair. Conditioner is better. I leave the hair silky and smooth. Oh, really, fool? Really? Stop looking at me, Swan.
Well, let me tell you a good story here real quick here. I actually, years ago, compared rates with this company here called IPS. It's Integrated Payment Services. And I scheduled a consultation. I don't know that I was skeptical. I just thought, whatever, I'll take 10 minutes. I'll compare rates.
I can't tell.
You can tell me I'm a doctor.
No, I mean, I'm just not sure.
Or can't you take a guess?
Well, not for another 2 hours.
You can't take a guess for another 2 hours?
And in my case, my particular case, I save over $20,000 a year.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Which is, like groceries when my wife goes to the organic stores.
Find everything you need today?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Oh, God. Joe!
Everything okay, ma'am?
It's just that you've only scanned a few items and it's already $60. I'm so scared.
Okay, I'm a trained professional, ma'am. I've scanned a lot of groceries. I need you to stay with me.
It's just that my in-laws are in town and they want a charcuterie board.
Well, this isn't gonna be easy, so I need you to be brave, all right? What's your name?
Patricia.
Trisha, all right. I need you to take a deep breath. We're about to do the cheese.
You know, that's the difference between eating organic and not organic. So because my wife eats organic, I had to take the 10 minutes needed to compare rates to save the $20,000 a year on credit card fees just for one of my companies.
One question, what's the brand name of the clock?
The brand name of the clock, Rod. Do we have name of the clock? It's an elegant from Ridgeway. It's from Ridgeway.
Let's
buy the clock
and sell the fireplace.
So I encourage everybody out there, go to thrivetimeshow.com/credit-card. You schedule a free consultation, request information. A member of our team will call you. They'll schedule a free consultation. It should take you 10 minutes or less. And then they're going to compare rates and see if they can't save you more than $3,000 a year off of your credit card processing.
You were hoping what?
I wouldn't owe you money at the end of the day.
No, you don't owe us money.
Because at the end of the day, the goal of the business is to create time freedom and financial freedom. And in order to do that, you need to create additional profits.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut, and we didn't know
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. You know, they implemented those systems. That they taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy, Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or you know, navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See, it's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrive Time Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot-coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you. If we go back 8 years ago, think about the number of clients you had back then versus the number of clients you have now. As a percentage, what has been the growth over the past 8 years, do you think? We got to inspire somebody out there who just doesn't have the time to listen to their calls.
Okay, so Clay, it's like I would go up and down from about $10,000 a month up to about $40,000, but it's up and down roller coaster. And so now we've got it to where we're in excess of 100 clients.
That's awesome.
And so I would have anywhere from 5 clients to 20 clients on my own with networking, but I had no control over it. I didn't, without the systems, you're going to be victimized by your own business.
For somebody out there who struggles with math, if you, let's say that your average number of clients was 30 and you go to 100, as a percentage, what is that?
I have doubled every year since working with you. So I've doubled in clients, I've doubled in revenue every year. It's 100% growth every year I've worked with. Now, so I'm looking, we've been good friends 7-8 years, and I've got doubled 5 times.
Which is just incredible. I mean, the first time you do it, that's one thing, but when you do it repeatedly,
yeah,
I mean, that's unbelievable.
We're working our Blessed Assurance off this year to double. We're planning on doubling again. We're incorporating some new things in there to really help us do it, but we are going to double again this year. I started coaching, but it would go up and down, Clay. That's when I came to you, as I was going up and down, and I wanted to go up and up instead of up and down. And so that's when it needed a system. So creating a system is you have nailed down specific steps that you're going to take no matter how you feel, no matter the results. You lean into them and you do them regardless of what's happening. You lean into them, and it will give you X number of leads. You follow up with those leads, turns into sales. Well, I tell you, it's if you don't have a script and you don't have a system, then every day is a whole new creation. You're creating a lot of energy just to figure out what are you going to do.
Right.
And the best executives, Peter Drucker is a father of modern management. He said the most effective executives make one decision a year. What you do is you make a decision, what is your system, and then you work like the Dickens to make sure you follow that system. And so that's really what it's all about. So with a script here, we have a brand new gal that just came in working for us. She nailed down the script, and she's been nailing down appointments. Usually we try to get one appointment for every 100 calls. We make 200 to 300 calls a day per rep.
Right.
And she's been nailing down 5 and 8 appointments a day.
Somebody out there is having a hard time.
That script.
So she's making how many calls a day?
She's making between 200 and 300 calls a day.
Whoa. And our relationship is weird in that we do. If someone were to buy an Apple computer today,
yeah,
and or let's say you bought a personal computer, a PC, the computer is made by, let's say, Dell, but then the software in the computer would be Microsoft, let's say, or Adobe or whatever that is. So I basically make the systems. And you're like the computer, and I'm like the software. It's kind of how I would describe our relationship. Yeah. Tim, I want to ask you this. You and I reconnected. I think it was in the year 2000 and what was it? Maybe 2010. Is that right? 2011, maybe, or no, maybe further down the road. Maybe 2013.
2012.
Okay, so 2012, and at that time I was 5 years removed from the DJ business, and you were how many years removed from tax and accounting software?
It was about 10, 11 years.
We met, how did we re-meet? What was the first interaction? There was some interaction where you and I first connected. I just remember that somehow you and I went to Hideaway Pizza. But do you remember when we first reconnected?
Yeah, well, we had that speaking thing that...
there it was. So it was Victory Christian Center. I was speaking there.
My name is Robert Redmond. I actually first met Clay almost 3 years ago to the day. I don't know if he remembers it or not, but I wasn't working with him at the time. I asked to see him and just ask him some questions to help, direct my life, to get some mentorship. But I've been working with Clay for now just over a year. The role I play here is a business coach, business consultant. I work with different businesses, implementing best practice processes and systems that I have learned here by working with Clay. And the experience working here has, to put it real plainly, has been just life-changing. I have not only learned new things and have gained new knowledge, but I have gained a whole new mindset that I believe wherever I end up will serve me well throughout the rest of my life. Since working with Clay, I have learned so much. I mean, I would like to say almost everything about about business in terms of the different categories. I haven't learned it all, but I've learned all about marketing. I've learned about advertising. I've learned about branding. I've learned how to create a sales process for organizations in any industry. I've learned how to sell. I've learned how to create repeatable systems and processes and hold people accountable. You know, how to hire people. It's almost like every aspect of a business you can learn. I have learned a lot in those different categories. And then, again, the mindset that I've gained here has been huge. You know, working here, you can't be a mediocre person. You are a call to a higher standard of excellence. And then as you're called to that standard here, you begin to see those outcomes in every area of your life. That standard of excellence that you want to implement no matter what you're involved in. I would like to describe the other people that work with Clay are people that are going somewhere with their life. Marshall in the group interview talks about how you know, the best fits for this organization are the people that are goal-oriented. So they're on their own trajectory, and we're on our own trajectory. And the best fits are those people where there can be a mutually beneficial relationship, that as we pursue our goals and we help the business pursue those goals, the business helps us pursue our goals as well. And so I'd say people that are driven, people that want to make something of their lives, people that are goal-oriented, they're focused, and they're committed to overcoming any adversity that may come their way. Clay's passion for helping business owners grow their businesses it's unique in that I don't know if there's anyone else that can be as passionate. You know, whenever a business starts working with Clay, it's almost as like Clay is running that business in the sense that he has something at stake. You know, he's just serving them. They're one of his clients, but it's as if he is actively involved in the business. Whenever they have a win, he's posting it all over his social media. He's shouting it across the room here at Thrive. You know, he's sending people encouraging messages. He can kind of be that life coach and business coach in terms of being that a motivator and that champion for people's businesses. It's again unique because there's no one else I've seen get so excited about and passionate about other people's businesses. The kind of people that wouldn't like working with Clay are people that are satisfied with mediocrity. People that want to get through life by just doing enough, by just getting by. People who are not looking to develop themselves, people who are not coachable, people who think that they know it all and they're unwilling to change. I would say those are the type of people. In short, anyone that's content with mediocrity would not like working with Clay. So if you're meeting Clay for the first time, the advice I'd give you is definitely come ready to take tons of notes. Every time Clay speaks, he it gives you a wealth of knowledge that you don't want to miss. I remember the first time that I met Clay, I literally carried a notebook with me all around. I was looking at this notebook the other day, actually. I carried a notebook with me all around, and I just took tons of notes. I filled the entire notebook in about 3 or 4 months, just from being around Clay, following him, and learning from him. And then I would say, come coachable. Be open to learning something new. Be open to challenging yourself. Be open to learning and adjusting parts about you that need to be adjusted.